Niko ready kabisa. Today we are with Oguda Kamal, CTO of Lake Hub. Oguda Kamal, CTO of Lake Hub.
Actually, it's head of tech.
Head of tech. Tuko tayari. Basi tuko tayari kabisa. Kabisa. Taniweke pale. Bluetooth. Challenge litaingiaje? Kwako hapo. Hiyo tutaifanya baadaye because iko on.
So this is mixer.
The challenge I noticed, it will break my... No, it will break the connection to the sound. I'll end up having the sound broken. Yeah. I think we'll test how it should be done. Yeah.
Guys, we are waiting for you.
Ulikuwa unatuimbia bwana. Ulikuwa unatuimbia pale pambio.
Kuna ile kwaya ya mtago ya Mombasa pale. Kwenye Kisauni.
Okay.
Kwa led by Dr. Story. In the meantime, camera 1.
Okay.
Camera 2.
Yeah.
Welcome to Impact Masters podcast. I'm your host, Michael Vimadi. Impact Masters focus on the tech ecosystem by creating and sharing knowledge, tell authentic stories, and preserve history, regulate innovation, and highlight practical steps that lead to real outcomes. And tech as a driver is one of the key things that we highlight across the ecosystem and what that means. Not follow the status quo, smile it, challenge it, and build beyond it. This episode is also part of the Retort podcast powered by Africa's Tech. Africa's leading developer platform, providing SMS, USSD, voice, mobile data, airtime, and SwimSwap APIs. Africa's Talking powers developers to create scalable solutions across Africa and beyond. Retort podcasts amplifies the voices shaping the continent's future. Today, we're examining what it takes not only to enter the technology field, but to remain relevant, effective, and purpose-driven over decades of change. My guest today, together with Graham.
Yes. Yes.
Who is alive. Hi, everyone. We're just testing.
Why you calling me Paul Graham, like the Y Combinator guy? Is that the Y Combinator guy?
Yes. A very interesting investor.
I was actually in YC.
But he has some stake in CPR. Yeah. But definitely that's Paul. You know, Paul is a very interesting guy. He knows a lot in tech.
Yes.
But ideally, our guest today is Paul Oguda
Kamal.
Kamal. I call him Oguda.
Oguda Kamal.
Oguda, learning from Miguna. But Oguda is someone I've known for quite a bit. I think since back in the day, maybe over 10, less than that, more than that. Okay.
Yeah.
So Paul is a seasoned software architect, engineering leader whose work spans TKXS, Teza Business Solutions,
Wow,
Ascent Rage Tech, Isaiah, and Andela. At Zone 01 Kisumu, he leads technology, strategy, engineering excellence, and innovation while mentoring emerging technologists in shaping a developer ecosystem grounded in long-term thinking and community impact. Together, three of us, we explore realities, decisions, and disciplines behind getting into and staying in tech. But before we welcome Paul Oguda, I'd like Graham to greet you and introduce himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so my name is Graham. I work in the marketing and partnerships team at Africa's Talking. Africa's Talking is your go-to communication platform as a service as well as a telco platform as a service. And we are very invested in growing the tech ecosystem, working with developers who are our number one customers when it comes to the telco platform as well as a communication platform, because we basically sell APIs, and the customer of the API is the developer. Yeah, so I'm always happy to work with developers and to work at Africa Stockfic. Although now I should be saying, thinking of retiring. Anyway, very good.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much, Graham. So, Africa is, a man has to tell his own story. So, what are you
Yes.
saying about is literally what it exists. If you Paul good and you find out that information. But Paul before all this, before the click, who is Paul?
So I think my story is all over the place.
Mm.
So maybe I come from Kitale. I'm originally from Siaya, but I was born and raised in Kitale. My school graduate was at Maseno. Started
Maseno High School.
no university.
Okay.
Hey, you guys used to sit under a tree. Do you know? Have you talked about that part? Hey, you guys are tough.
Yes, what do you call it? In terms of the botanical garden.
Yeah. First time I went to Macedo, I had to take a picture. This class was under a tree, or they were on a basketball court, I think, in the open. So there are two classes on each side of that basketball court.
What happened when it rained?
2016, 15, I don't remember. And then I wondered if this lecturer on the right is as loud as me. My friend, if you're on the left class, you'll never hear anything.
I think those were the bad things.
Uh-huh.
I think about the years.
But they were not far away. They are like in the last decade.
Right now, if you go to Maseno, it's really nice. Whatever
But
places.
the reason why I took a picture was I knew, even if you told someone, they can't believe it.
Yeah.
Please continue. You can't believe it. I think I need to look for that picture.
Yeah, I've not been in Maseno.
Mm.
The reason is very interesting.
Mm.
When I used to come for my outreach, I used to come to
Okay.
body of the day. One of the key things I wanted, me, I'm a proponent of making really work in a good experience.
Okay.
So if you are being taught in a tree, if I come there and start, also teaching you in a tree, under a tree,
Yeah.
I've not really changed much. It's same experience. So I didn't hear much about Masera. So I was like, because Lake Hub is around,
Yes.
let me invite these guys. If you can be able to facilitate them well and good, but then Lake Hub guys, Sibu and all,
Yeah.
able to facilitate guys sometimes also giving them fairs and what,
Yeah.
map to the university.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys actually showed up. You remember Joseph Njogu?
Yes.
Those
Yes.
guys used to study in those universities.
Yes.
Right now, they're doing a wonderful job across the world. Jogu is a renowned DevOps speaker in Icon, Africa, all those places.
Yeah.
Oguda himself, and we'll get there. Oguda has traveled wide and above and beyond.
Nice.
From sea.
Nice. Nice.
The list goes on. So it's this that actually encourages me, everyone I work with, every partner, like, let's reach out to these guys.
Yeah.
Talent is equally distributed everywhere.
That's true.
Some people just require that spark to the next level. But is your story, Paul? So tell us.
Yeah, so I think one thing is at Maseno, it is urban and regional planning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you look at Maseno, all the courses are with IT.
Okay. Okay.
We had a number of units in IT, I think, on design,
Okay.
something on SQL.
Mm.
That's all I remember. The rest I don't remember attending the others.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had I think MySQL and
What are you doing, Patty?
no, I mean you were busy at that time. Those were the common classes.
Okay. Hey, when I went to campus, Kaka, I didn't miss any class.
Yes.
Not because I didn't want to miss, but I had been so brainwashed that you have to be in class.
Oh,
It was crazy.
well, you missed the best moment of campus.
Maybe that's that. I realized that. No, but I was so brainwashed that you must be in class. In fact, 8 to 5. It's crazy.
In fact, the best lessons in any campus in the world, especially the best ones,
Out of class.
they're not in class. You can't go to MIT and you're always in Boston in class in a lecture. You will miss the bigger picture, which is explore the industry, explore the networking event, explore what is happening in that area. That's the point. And then beyond campus, even more. If you're working with a company, see what problem can you solve for your company
So true.
beyond what you provide.
Yes,
That
so true.
actually brings now the innovation.
That's true.
That's how big products are discovered. But
Yes.
nevertheless, Paul, you finished your degree, right?
Yeah, I finished.
If my memory serves me well, we met when we were doing masters.
Yeah, so I think maybe before that, when I finished my degree, I chilled in Kisumu for a while.
Okay.
That was late 2012.
Mm.
So it was a time where you want to know what you want to do.
Mm.
Although getting into planning wasn't that easy by then.
What are you planning? And this is the Kisumu not plan, is it?
Someone planned.
Where was it planned?
Okay, that's a good.
What was it?
That's a good point. Like if you travel the city at night, that's when you realize it's not planned.
Yeah, but I think the urban area proper is planned.
Mhm.
Go to the outskirts. That's,
Yeah.
Actually, I have a question. What does it mean to be planned? Because if you say it's planned, we need to see it. Then you say it is a good plan, or is it planned in paper? And then because I say a good city that's planned, I guess you have to see.
Yeah, so
Ama.
for the planned city, you'll see the grid.
Okay.
So you'll know that this one had like human intervention. So if you look at map of Nairobi, let's say the CBD, that is the grid pattern. Same case in Kisumu, but for unplanned, something like if you look at Kibra or somewhere like Nyalolo in Kisumu.
So what you are saying is that it could be planned in a map, but in physically on the ground, you can't see anything.
Yeah, but the physical layout, you can see that. Most of the plots will be in a certain manner, a certain shape. Yeah.
Okay.
But somehow when I think about planning, I think of Washington, New York.
Hey, okay.
Even if you are taking an aerial view, nowadays, before it was right,
Yeah.
but today with the drone and whatever, I see like 4K, whatever, and you can see actually there's some really certain shit. Like if you go to
Oh, I see.
San
I see. I see.
one of the key things that one of the old person there told me that these guys took like a what is that paper called? Like a Titian plane.
Yeah.
So one road is from all the way from the ocean to like around wherever interior land, and it's pretty well. You know, if you take this road, it will take you all the way to if it's Market Street.
Yeah.
It's from all the way to from 21st Street to Piers, right? And so on and so forth. So you know for sure, if I'm on Market Street, there is no other Market Street. It's just one. And some of them actually it was long.
Actually, I think one fun fact, if you look at most of the American streets, they're actually cattle tracks.
Okay.
Pass when they take them to
Slaughter or travel.
yeah. So they use that to make the cities themselves.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's kind of interesting because also same for the US. You hear that by the ocean, it's a single digit street. You will hear Highway 1 or Freeway, I don't know, one of those. Freeway 1, Freeway 2. And then on the other side, you'll hear if it's maybe state to state 2 digits.
Okay.
Right? Like the Freeway 89, and you know this goes from this state to this state.
Okay.
And then they're supposed to post kind of, it's kind of predictable.
So even if you are not the smartest guy in the room, you can figure out how to navigate, what is where. That's a good planned city.
Yeah, even if you look at, I think the streets, if you look at New York, what do you call it? Where the trains are.
Yes.
The underground.
The subways.
Yeah, the subways. If you look, it has like in terms of even directions and everything. And one thing, especially if you're in tech, there's that design that was used. It's actually part of the thing that resulted into the web design that we have at the moment.
Okay.
If you look at the fonts they were using, and they really like have that big impact. I think it was called Workers or something.
Okay.
This system from back in the 40s now.
Yeah. Yeah. So planning is everything.
Yeah, actually, planning is everything. Then, for those who are doing software architecture, software architecture, that word.
Yeah.
Actually, it's from a book by, I think, Alexander somebody.
Yes.
So it's called, there's something in architecture called patterns.
Mm.
When you hear about architectural pattern.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a book that informed this was in architecture. There's a book by, I think, Alexander somebody.
Okay.
It was called pattern something. Pattern language.
Pattern language.
You talk about how you plan everything from the chair in the house.
Christopher Alexander.
Christopher Alexander.
Interesting.
That book, if you look at most people, especially the pattern architect in software, they got that information from that guy. Yeah, because
Like a foundational.
yeah, it's like the foundational information.
Yeah.
And in some way, you'll find that tech is just like you want to plan, like because planning, the main aim of planning is to ensure the future. The resources are able to be used well in the future. In some case with tech. Because you have a situation where you have this budget, it's supposed to give you this particular value. Yeah, so how do you make it like something to return value for many years?
Okay.
Because if you architect a system, you want something stable.
Yes.
Just doing maintenance.
The cost of running the servers is low.
Yeah.
Efficiency. So, I mean, you mentioned that all courses had IT, and IT is information technology, which is not entirely the engineering software, but it's part of it, right? So what really attracted you to technology, and how did your early environment influence your decision to software engineering, given that you did urban planning?
Yeah, so I think also maybe just to also go back, I wasn't raised in a family that had a computer.
Okay.
I think in Africa, if you notice, most of us developers who started out, especially during our time, we didn't. The PC was just coming in.
Yeah.
Unlike now, where you have people being raised in a family with a computer. So I remember, I think the first computer I saw was at my cousin's place.
Okay.
And we never got to switch it on.
Okay.
Interesting.
It was a very important gadget.
Yeah, it was just there covered. And
It was for the owner.
yeah.
It's like those places you go to the house, can't touch the seat.
Yes. And the utensils.
They're for the visitors.
Yeah.
So I think that was when the first time I saw the computer.
So what has that to do with your influence?
So I think then much later in campus,
Okay.
I mean in high school, I don't know, because during our time, you remember, you were young boys. What would you go to do in a cyber? Okay.
No, I mean, I never used to visit.
Interesting.
Yeah. What did you browse when you were going to the cyber?
Those days, not safe for work.
Yeah, so even I think for us, we had to. So we were time when we wanted to take some of these goods to school.
Yes.
So we remember the floppy drive.
Yes.
You download those.
Yes.
Come with them to school. Then that's when I saw the source. The source called HTML.
Okay.
So I started looking at that and noticing a pattern in fact. Though this was still back, I wasn't really interested in computers. Even in high school, I didn't do computer. But I used to hang out with the guys who are doing computer. So
interesting.
Get access to the computer lab.
Nice.
So we'd go to play games, movies and all that. I think the movies by then they would come in the sense the web itself.
Okay.
Because this was the old days of the web. So it would ship everything the source. Unlike today where you'll have a website being done and you can't see the JavaScript.
Okay.
Back in the day, they would have that shipped. Then as even someone learning,
you can just open the Nini. I remember going even to, that's how people used to learn PHP. You go to the server, to that file, the file to read what they did. Interesting.
Yeah, so I think those were the time where I started noticing HTML, CSS. Then before I went to college, I remember I actually went and did HTML instead of doing packages and all that. Yeah, so when I went to campus, I actually knew HTML in as much as I'd gone to do planning.
Hey, that's serious.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So when you look back, what were the turning points that transformed interest into committed professional path? Well, now you said,
Yeah.
this is it, man. I want to learn to code, I want to build stuff, and so on. So.
Yeah, so that was over the years I would try Java, PHP,
Yes.
thinking.
Mm.
Then after college, I remember.
But also, there were not good books then.
Yeah, they were not good books. Even YouTube was not. We didn't have a lot of books
Mm.
tech creators. So I remember after we finished on campus, I was in Kisumu hanging out.
Mm.
Then by then Nairobi we had iHub was all over the place.
Yeah.
I think this was it was around 2012.
Mm.
I think that started in 2010.
Yes, just kicking off.
Yeah, and I had friends who from Maseno, they went to MLab.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so we'd still talk to them.
Mm.
Then that's when we had started. I think Lake Hub had started.
Mm.
So I remember we used to meet in some restaurant in Kisumu.
Okay.
And that was the first time I discovered like Ruby, programming language called Ruby. Language that I still use up to now.
Actually, it's easy to forget, but you guys used to meet in a restaurant, and then one day I had someone graciously gave you their house or their room. That's what happened.
Maybe that was later, because me, I remember I spent some time there.
Which became that Lake Hub space. Interesting.
Yes. Actually, after that is when that's when I started Ruby. Then I went to Nairobi.
I think there are a couple of guys who can tell this story. One of them is known as James Odebo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the nigga is hiding in Nairobi.
It's enjoying life.
Another one is Sigu.
Yes, Sigu.
Sigu came later.
Sigu Magua.
Yeah, but there's a culture there of Jaquat.
Yes.
In the evening.
Yes.
Which was also shared later.
Yes.
Contributed. Oh, yeah. We have done the first part where it tells me his journey and some podcasts in case you're listening. You can check it out.
I think that's
so right. So we can, because I like going chronologically. Just nowadays I've changed the format a bit. Make sure that people are able to be comfortable.
Yeah.
But still the format is the same. Just that it's a bit different. And you can find actually some of these spaces even higher.
Yes.
That culture of people meeting in a coffee shop, building stuff, sharing projects, and then they realize, oh, by the way, we need a space of our own.
Yeah, but you remember, like in Nairobi, there used to be this cafe in their University Towers. That was like people used to go there to hang out and build software.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
Before I have.
Yes,
it was just some random, it wasn't even a coffee shop. It was a cyber cafe. Anyway.
So they say entry gets you through the door. Competence is the mind where you stay, right? Yeah. After learning all this, you have actually been proponent of emphasizing clean architecture and long-term system thinking. How did you develop that rigor?
I think that is based on my planning background.
Okay.
Because sometimes you have to think of, I want to create something that will last for years.
Okay.
Same case with when you're planning a town. Just think about the next 5 years. You think about maybe the next 200 years what will happen. That kind of thing.
And does that help?
It does help. So most people won't think about that. I find the issue is maybe you're thinking it, but executing is where I feel that we don't have to do all this.
And I know you're a guy who has consulted in Chicago.
That's interesting.
You've been there extensively. You have been part of startups. What are the hardest lessons that we learned through that process?
Yeah, so I think maybe one big lesson is software is never delivered on time.
Hey.
I don't know, like it just happens because you may have the best of plans, but things will happen.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think even other stakeholders need to know this, though they don't want to accept it. But you'll never meeting deadlines is always hard.
Okay.
Yeah, even if you look at right now, year 6, I think it's
next year.
Yes, I saw people are even complaining that they want to sue them.
So I think that's the most important lesson I've learned. And then just using agile to get because it gives you something usable you can use. I don't think about the big picture, big plans. Just do the small things
incrementally.
Interesting. And this actually leads me to another interesting question. Is that why the project management as a career has become really important and really well set up?
Mm.
Yeah, actually, it's important. No, developers don't like this.
Okay. Yes.
I think most developers,
Mm.
when they sleep at night, other than their bugs, they always think about the project management.
But is it because the project managers are never people who have written code? And would it help if the project manager has written code?
Yeah, I think technical project managers are really better. Much
Mm,
better.
mm.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to get someone. Because if you look at Steve Jobs, he wasn't that technical.
Okay.
He make things work.
Mm,
So sometimes you need someone who can push guys,
mm.
lie to guys, make guys commit.
Yeah.
The same way Steve Jobs would do, like you make you commit. Then later you realize you committed to doing this.
Mm.
You have to do it to make it work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oguda, you are a product of a perfect product of the community, both in Kisumu and in Nairobi extensively.
Yeah.
And one of the guys
Mm.
I met when you were like, me, I just have a
Yeah.
Then the way you're doing MS,
In planning. Yeah, in planning.
still planning.
Yeah.
But why and you already got a
Stop there. Mm.
way in the software engineering?
Like even right now, I still think about planning because
Okay.
I feel planning has a lot of potential in terms of even unlocking economies and all that.
Interesting.
The agglomeration of urban areas are the engines of growth for any economy.
Mm, mm,
For Kenya,
mm.
if you want to grow, we need to urbanize.
Mm-hmm.
And forgive me to ask this because it's all part of
This is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
that I plan to ask.
Yeah.
But there's this communication I did about addressing system. And for me, I feel like addressing system is a billion or $1 trillion economy if we get it right even for Kenya. Reason being is that the underlying businesses in addressing, like if we had proper address,
Okay.
delivery works, right? Directions work, postal work, everything that is there works and it makes life more efficient and even planning works. Is it part of planning?
Not really, but actually, there's an addressing system that works.
Mm.
There's
In
something
in
called-
in this Kenya or in
Kenya,
eh,
the world, there's
okay.
something called what, 3 words,
Yeah, I saw that. Yes.
which breaks the world into like 3 meters square.
Exactly.
areas.
Exactly.
And
Uh-huh.
then each area has a location that is attached to it.
Just 3 words.
Every single place,
Including the ocean.
even the ocean.
It was a project that was how old is that project? 10 years.
I think I saw it in 2012.
Eh.
So if today we wanted to really figure out our dressing system is all of the science, we can actually do
It's been figured out. Yes.
Yeah, so we have something to do that. Yeah.
Okay. But is it part of urban planning?
Yeah, it's actually part of urban planning because planning is opposed to showing where the resources are.
Mhm.
Resources being people special places of interest, hospitals, schools.
Yes.
It's really important. So, for instance, one thing we didn't know is, or I don't know if you know it, but for every area we need to have there's a way we decide that we have a primary school, a nursery school, a hospital,
Okay.
based on the catchment area of that area.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if there's 5,000 people, we need to have a school.
Sorry.
All these are.
It's like a government plan, a way of working.
Yeah, so there's a planning handbook.
Okay.
Which lists all that. Yeah, I think
Wait. So if there is a certain density of people,
Yeah.
there should be a certain number of amenities
You're right.
according to that place.
Yeah. So even to make a school feasible, because you can't have a high school in a place
In the middle of nowhere, to say. Okay.
Yeah. And I think this also is something I was thinking about when I think about our devolution as it is, or even constituencies.
Mm.
So if you think about constituency getting each $1 million,
Mhm.
yeah, right?
Yes.
And there are constituencies with 50,000 people,
Mm.
others with like 300,000 people.
Mhm.
Depending on why. You see, already there is an equal distribution of resources.
Mhm.
Because what I can do with $1 million in a 50 people kind of whatever. In fact, there are constituencies where people are given money. Yes, they're registered voters, but they don't stay there.
Mhm.
That place, there is no hospital, there is no school, there is no road. That guy lives in Karen or whatever.
Hey.
Already that person is comfortable with this money, is my money. And I've seen a couple of those. And I think IBC also, the relaunch of IBC, the reason why they were supposed to demarcate this is
Yes.
because of those inequality.
Okay.
Where you think about resource distribution, and this problem might look like a political. It's not a political problem. It's a math problem. It's a planning problem. It's a data problem.
Okay.
Because even today, if you think about how you solve some of the economies in Africa, definitely you start with plan. Then you go to data driven, and then you go to knowledge society. And it's good you see a big opportunity there. Do you think you're ahead of your time?
Yeah, actually, I feel in Kenya, I don't think there's someone who thinks like in terms of tech and planning. Because I feel we're not doing it enough. But there's also the limitation of data.
But that limitation of data, is it deliberate?
No, not yeah. Sometimes it's deliberate. There's some data that the government doesn't provide.
Or want to provide?
Yeah, because for instance, let's say I want to know which is the leading cause of death
Yes.
in Kenya in terms of diseases. Because if you get that data, you can determine in terms of, let's say, even developing the healthcare sector. You'll know
What to prioritize.
What areas are most of the doctors making mistakes, that kind of thing. So you'll find in Kenya you don't get that data. The issue is also taxation. Because if you look in the West, you'll find a situation where you are able to get the data on taxes up to even 1500.
Okay.
So that one can also show you what has been happening over the years. But there's a book called Capital, where it's a only book that was written, I believe, in the 20s, 19, between 2010 and 2020. So it was a book that looked at the taxes the US and Europe. But it's something that it came up with, which is really instrumental in terms of determining how capital works. Yeah.
No, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Because I have a question. You know, like Dongo Kundu, that bypass, you know, that thing was planned 50 years ago, or in the 70s. And then, so if we knew what we needed to do in the 70s, delivered it in last 3 years, I don't even know when it was done. Or whatever that the late President Kibaki was implementing, which was something that was planned earlier, and it bore the results. So what does that mean? Does it mean that we don't usually take our own advice seriously?
For example, if you look at Konza City,
Yes.
I think in 2030 is something that should have been operational.
You know, in like 3 years.
Yeah, in 3 years' time, something that should have been running maybe at even 80%. But right now, it's not. I don't think it's maybe we take like 2045 there about. But it's something if we have done.
Everyone knows it will make a difference.
Yeah, it has. Though I don't feel it will make a difference.
Why don't you think it will make a difference?
Because the issue is, you know, this is like called master planning. Where you're planning a new area, but you'd rather have, brought those resources. So, you know, one thing is people don't like to move from where they
are comfortable with to a practically new space.
So it won't have that. It will be like a little bit fake.
Another question. Were there enough, let me call them satellite cities, that would have ensured a successful concert? For example, if I'm coming to Kisumu, I don't just come from Nairobi, then I land in Kisumu. I have satellite cities, or even you can call them feeder towns, that quote unquote bring the momentum to Kisumu. What do I mean? For example, if I am in Kakamega, 50 kilometers, I can come to Kisumu. Aggregated traffic to the main city to bring the value or to source for value from that city. But if you create a city in the middle of nowhere, do you know this is even in the Bible, by the way? How Solomon built his cities. Okay, sorry. So he builds feeder cities to build the main city. Don't even understand. So,
Actually, there is a concept called there's a central city,
uh-huh.
then there's secondary city. So you see, in Kenya, if we have like 4 Nairobis,
Yes.
Kenya will be very developed.
Yes.
So think of a situation where you have Nairobi in Nairobi, then Nairobi somewhere here,
Yes.
Nairobi in Isiolo,
Yes.
elsewhere.
And some minor cities in the middle that feed.
That feed it, yeah. So it's called in Nairobi.
Cause
It's also called a bedroom city concept.
ah, interesting.
So in Nairobi, the bedroom cities are Kiambu.
Exactly. The ones that bring the food, they allow people to live so that they can work there. So what does that? Why do we do Konza without that? Or it's there?
I don't think.
But guys, let me jump the mind a bit because this is very interesting.
Yeah.
So most of the cities that we know really think
Mm.
they are benefiting.
Uh-huh.
Like San Francisco.
Yes.
San Francisco is a plan first.
In fact,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
book known as the Big Squad. The beauty of it is that I'm reading it right.
Uh-huh.
One of the things that
The big score.
the Big Squad. So the main day it was supposed to be Santa Clara
Uh-huh.
before you get to really the
Mm-hmm.
and the San Francisco itself was people coming from Missouri, not until the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
So before 1800s, it was about rail and coal mine and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not tech.
Mm-hmm.
But now people realize that these minerals are, you know, where you are getting these mines. Right?
Okay.
But of course, they have made, even the Chinese who have settled there, who are following the gold rush.
Yes.
Head of that.
Yes.
So ideally, they realize, oh, we have the resource, ocean,
Mm.
and for some reason they discovered silicon,
Mm.
the famous.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, what can we do? And then the office was catching up with the L19 and whatnot. IBM, the founding of IBM.
Yes.
So most even people who founded some of the big companies like Intel came from IBM, the Oracle, and then they expanded on.
Yeah.
The main story is the money that you see even circulating in the city.
Yeah. Yeah.
You trace it back. It goes all the way back to the gold mine.
Mm.
It's not like any other mine. But remember, these are people who took a plunge and said, let's go and explore this.
Mm.
There's also a story where this is like the Mexican. That's
The best, yeah.
yes. But ideally, then there was no exploration. And this actually reminds us about Africa. Today, we might be sitting on gold or something, until someone else comes and says, you know what, there's something here. And then we have seen that recently with the cobalt
Yes.
and the rare minerals in Prima.
Mm. Mm.
So all these things we should be able to learn from our, compatriots in the US, in Europe, and so on.
Yeah.
But ideally, it can be planned, and the reason why I believe it can be planned, and that's why when we go to San Francisco, it looks like it's drawn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because people didn't want to scale vertical; they
Mm.
wanted to scale horizontal.
Mm.
Vertical exploration started just the other day, and you can see it's just at the bay, at the corner of the bay. But in other places, it's more vertical scale.
Mm.
But you see here with the population and the demand and the money, people realize we can't fit all of us here. What we want to do, we need also. So they started building skyscrapers. And I think some of the indigenous San Franciscans, they're like, you are taking away the culture. There's that story. The book is called The Big Score by Michael Malone. You can check it out. And you should learn a lot from that. But I think where we make a mistake is where most of our, good projects are always cash cows. That's not cash cows. So there are people who are supposed to implement this project, but they look at them. What will I get out of it? If I'm not getting some of it, as they say, model gali, model, go back.
Yeah.
So that's our main problem. But some of these things, because so even if you wanted to plan soon, it would be super expensive. One, already the people who want some of they have industry. So change that alone, it may be the same cost as planning something.
Yeah.
And I think we need people like you, together with now software and see what you want. And there's a reason of worrying.
Of course, yes.
data-driven decision,
Of course.
technocrats, less of politicians, more leaders who actually think that if you have 250 people, how do you make each one of these people
Productive.
look at New York? The
Yeah.
talent is never enough. Look at San Francisco, talent is never enough.
Mm.
Look at Los Angeles, and each of these has niche. Even Las Vegas, it serves a niche market. You go to Miami, it serves a niche market. We have really tried with Nairobi, but we're doing a bit of everything.
Okay.
Not everywhere. And even when we are using examples of East Africa, they are always looking at Nairobi, which is also struggling to do everything. And let me give you an example. This is not far-fetched.
Yes.
You have a plan, I can correct you. A place like Isiolo is the Las Vegas of or East.
Not even, I think Isiolo should be the capital of Kenya.
Yeah.
If we move it there, it will do a lot of wonders to this country. Because I feel it will actually open up the local.
In fact, let me Google Isiolo.
You know, one thing.
Is at the center of the country, by the way.
Are you serious?
Yes, yes.
You know, one thing people don't realize is majority of Kenya are actually in this A1. It's A102. That highway from Mombasa to
Malaba.
Malaba.
Yes.
That's where all Kenyans live.
Look like most of the population of this country
Yes.
is actually within that stretch or just under that. Because that way you'll have Nairobi. Close to it, there's the central. Yeah, so if we move the capital to
A109.
yeah, A109. Actually, most of Kenya is actually there. Even if you look at telecom, maybe Safaricom network. If you had the capital at Isiolo, it will open up northern Kenya. Because northern Kenya has a lot of potential. Just that it lacks water and a few other things. But
Does it lack water, my brother? It doesn't even lack water, my brother.
the water itself, we need to sometimes you have to dig for it.
Because you remember you were asking, you were actually asking ourselves, what happened to that largest discovery of water?
It's still there.
Which was
Is it of water?
the calculation was like it can
70 years.
the whole Kenya was 70 years.
But that is something we can use our strategic.
No, Kaka, some of these things sound like they're planned.
But when will we do it? Because
This time we need. You know, one thing.
you need water now.
No. I do not
You
accept.
don't need water now.
If we can do pipeline from Mombasa to Uganda or whatever.
For oil.
For oil. It shows that maybe we are not serious.
I agree with you on that
It's
one.
more important than oil in the current
I agree with you.
world we live in. How much do you buy half a liter of bottle of water?
It's actually expensive.
50 to 150 shillings.
Yeah.
Depending on the brand. How much do you buy half a liter of petrol today? You get the math?
Yeah.
You get the math?
It's called the Turkana Aquifer.
Expensive than oil.
But you know, even they normally say most wars in future will actually be fought because of the water. Then women. Actually, there's an article I read back in the day where Kenya apparently would have a lot of women. So our neighbors will actually fight us because of that. That is somewhere in the future, because if you project the population up to a certain number, a lot of women will be in this part of the country.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. Which part exactly?
Be specific. I see you.
As an entrepreneur.
Look at issue like water. For instance, the Turkana Aquifer is a strategic reserve, like as a country.
200 billion cubic meters of water.
Because with time, most countries will lack that. Right now, a lot of countries don't have fresh water. Even I think in future we will have a situation that developed countries will be fighting you for that.
Let me tell you something that will surprise you. If you're not drinking your tap water, you're still enslaved.
Hey.
Now ask yourself, who is your slave master? Yes. Because if you don't get water in, now look at the respect.
Yeah.
And you're not drinking the
tap water. Yeah, actually, tap water should be safe to drink.
Yeah. It is not rocket science. And so many people actually have shown us, even, and I don't know that process, where they change saline in water to
reverse osmosis.
The chemist in the house, it's called what?
Reverse osmosis.
Reverse osmosis. Singapore is perfecting that process. So some of this is just about science, and I think also corruption is like the minimum of what is things.
Yeah.
But I want to go to the next one, which is entering tech requires money. Staying in tech requires money.
Yeah.
Right? And you cannot afford to. Tech is now becoming more advanced than even medicine, where you need to keep fresh. Like right now, you're learning how to build in three blockchain technology, AI, agentic AI coding, and so forth. The language is different. It can be agnostic, right? But the how to do the efficient of this can set you apart from the rest, right?
Yeah.
So, given that these changes are there, what have you done in terms of to remain relevant across different eras as the head of tech?
Yeah, so for me, I mean, as you mentioned, tech is always evolving. Although the fundamentals will always remain the same.
Okay.
Because if you look at, there's some books, if you look at Martin Fowler series, the things they're mentioning are actually happening right now. So something like patterns of enterprise, I think enterprise architecture, like how you architect the systems. Most of the things such as Kafka, messaging, were actually written by them. So right now, I think for any developer, you need to always learn. So one thing with this career, unlike others, is you won't succeed if you relax. Even you just need to do that personal learning, really learning about a new language. So even for me, one thing I normally try is one new language every year.
Interesting.
Yeah, though I think right now I'm locked into something that I want to do for the next maybe 5 years. Yeah. But just the ability to learn new things is really, you have to do that. You can't escape from that. Yeah.
And what is the hack? Do you like in the evening, you have evening classes? How is that? Do you do tutorials? Do you like write code?
So maybe for me currently, I want to learn. There's a language called Zig. Zig is the only one in the same space with Rust, C. So the approach I want to take is I want to write a programming language using Zig.
Interesting.
So it's like you're creating a new language using that language. So as you're learning, you're implementing it.
Okay.
So you need to always, practical.
Yeah.
You can read, but the most important thing is just to write that code.
Yeah.
And right now, I think with AI, it makes things easy.
Yes.
You can actually ask AI to create your learning plan.
Okay.
So it will take you a bit far compared to back in the day where books are non-existent and all that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So just pick a project that you like and start that.
So keep building.
Yeah, keep building.
So what kind I mean, like any other career, engineering plateaus. Right? Like right now there's so many layoffs, people are even questioning, am I really qualified? Did I get fired because I'm not adding value and so on and so forth? So what distinguishes those who sustain growth from those who stagnate?
So I think the other issue is, right now, if you look at the tech industry, it's really bad.
Okay.
Yeah, so most people find moving for other careers.
Hey, abandoning.
Yeah, abandoning it. But
because they had AI has arrived.
yeah, but
Oh, because they are fired. What was it?
maybe you are fired.
Mm.
Sometimes you have to make a living. Right? So people will go do some other things. Especially, I think right now, most tech bros are going to, government. Some are going to banks. So they're actually helping them.
Yeah.
So helping these careers, helping medicine and all other things. But if you stop just doing what we are doing, that's why I normally say you need to fall in love with this thing.
Okay.
So that every day, as much as you're doing this thing, you're always learning new things. Because I believe the market will change. Maybe after a while, it's just the same way with any economy.
The boom and bust.
So I believe this is just a time where we have bust, when boom will come. Maybe after a while, determine that that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Then we start hiring. Yeah. So I believe you need to keep on learning. Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know if Graham has something to say. Like, AI doesn't work.
I'm surprised about that, but it's a good approach. I don't even know where this is going to go because I remember there are some companies that fired people, then woke up and realized,
not they're fired, they are firing.
Yes, firing. Yes, and then they wake up and realize, okay, but maybe we need. What I expect to happen is that AI will also plateau. Yes, I think maybe, but we don't know. It may plateau and require more input from humans on more edge research. So I think humans will end up being very edge research people. And the life of a generalist, bare bones is over. I think AI will expect or will create an environment where excellence, high expertise is be achievable. I think so, which means if you're not aiming for the highest, there's going to be a big problem.
For sure. So, Paul Oguda, what really is the niche for developers to accelerate rapidly?
So I think the most important thing is just projects and open source.
Mhm.
Because the good thing with open source is you can make a mistake and no one will punish you.
People collaboratively treat you.
Yeah. So the good thing with open source, unlike, because chances of getting an actual project is hard.
Okay.
You go through interview and get that down.
But
open source is something you can just decide on. Let me contribute to this. You do research. There are people who are really helpful. So it gives you an opportunity to handle high stakes projects with the least cost. Because both of you guys, you don't have anything to lose. So if you make a PR, it's good. It will be merged. It's not, you go back and forth.
And they'll tell you why.
Yeah, get up, leave it. So the maintainer will be able to not merge your project. So I think that is one area that is really important.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let's pause there. And then we will come back after finishing the other side. Don't disconnect this rig, yeah? So that it doesn't lock out.
So we have to walk away, guys. Sorry, guys.
For now.
For now.
We'll be back in like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Tell them bye-bye.
See you around.
We have not finished.
So we have not finished.
Guys, we'll be back.
Wait for us. This conversation